Hey my sugar bears, welcome back to my channel, Bougie AF. It's your host, J. Nicole. It's where I say stay bougie on them. It's me feeding you feminism for the soul. It's my soul food offering. It's where I apply pressure to issues by being critical and logical. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get to the commentary where I can guarantee you I will be doing too much because that's just me. And like Sheree said, who's gonna check me, boo?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jay Nicole, and you tuned into the Bougie AF channel where I say stay bougie on that. And I'm sorry, feminism for the soul. Don't forget to check me out on them people's Instagram at OG_Bougie AF. Also on them people's X, formerly known as Twitter, as I'm_Bougie_AF. So let's get into it. We are here. We're gonna do a little bit of an Instagram scroll. So let's get our scroll on. Okay, so did I want to open up with anything? Okay, so recently I just posted another video where I talked about Chris Brown and Tamika Mallory calling out black people in terms of like speaking up and advocating for Chris Brown. I wish y'all spoke up for victims like this. Like, I think it's really strange when I see celebrities band together to protect. Not strange, but, you know, sort of like what we see with police, right? We say the police, they're a gang, and they band together and protect each other, and it's rights and it's wrongs. And when I see celebrities act like that for other celebrities, you're just no different, right? So, as you can see on my screen, there's two stories. And I'm not going to do this story in this video, but there's two stories where Suge Knight is on the prison phone and he is giving it up in true Wendy Williams style, and he is spilling the tea, child. I promise you, I feel like lately, like y'all know how I feel, the men are the best tea spillers. I don't care. The gossip is with the men. The best, I'm telling you, they do it better than women nowadays. So, and granted, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Well, hold up. Granted, I don't knock their hustle. I don't mind that they are in the, gossip game and stuff like that. But I just hate that women get stigmatized with a certain behavior that seems to be just like, this is just shit that people do. Right? I think women are always called messy and always talking and always in other people's business. And it's sort of like, that's what everybody's doing that is on YouTube that has shows that's talking about celebrity stuff in news, right? So I hate that women get labeled negatively for it, but somehow, some way, it's keeping it real when men are on shows and telling all of their business, who they slept with and all this other stuff and crimes they've committed, like snitching on themselves. So I don't know. It seems like there is a double standard in that way. But as you can see, you have someone, what's her name? Akbar, she is coming to the defense of Chris Brown, where she says, this is why I say us blacks don't stick together. And this is for a man who discriminates against other black women. But I digress. Let's get into the silliness. This is why I say us blacks don't stick together. Right in front of our eyes, we are watching them do Chris Brown bad, and nobody is standing with him. He's a father and an entertainer who we have watched kick down unbelievable doors. Okay, whatever. He made one mistake and apologized 1,000 times and been out of the way. Why can't y'all forgive him and let it go? He's a good man. Okay, Savannah's mother, he's a good man. He made one mistake. Like, that's not even, like, now we just out here just being dishonest and lying. Now you're gaslighting us like we can't use the Google and just pull up like the shit that he's done, right? Like, that's where this becomes a joke. Okay, so let's see. This person in the comments. Ooh, I like the comments. I might have to add this in this video. CB, talking about Chris Brown, ain't even been 10 toes behind black women like this. But here y'all are, flying up a mammy mountain with the cape on, clown. That's exactly how I feel. This is clown shit. And I don't expect anything more from Akbar V in terms of her unable to have the intellectual ability to grasp why there's this reaction towards this man. This is a woman that, from her past and that way she talks is a street bitch. Like, I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. And they come with a whole lot of, being a doormat for niggas in these streets, right? Okay, so Chris Brown made the biggest mistake of his life at fucking 19 years old, so he was blackballed. Following that was a long-winded addiction to only God knows fucking what. As far as I can tell, he's been sober and doing better, so let him fucking live. Again, punching Usher and disrespecting Teyana Taylor and calling her a bitch and shit like that was just last year. We've not forgotten. Remember the Alamo. We have not forgotten, sir. Weren't you just attacking another black woman? Okay. Like the nerve, the audacity. Y'all do know he had more abusive encounters with women after Ree. Question mark, question mark. Oh, like it's like y'all want us to forget what we know. This, like, are we trying to say like everything else that happened after Rihanna was fake news? Kelly Rowland stood up for him and she received backlash. People are torn. Ain't nobody fucking torn. She looked at Goofy too. And I'm a Kelly Rowland fan. You, as a dark skinned woman, looked at Goofy. He only makes exceptions for you because of who you are, girl. He would have you kicked out the club section. She stay attacking black women. Practice what you preach. Ain't that a fact? Then he threw Karuchi downstairs, threw a chair at a window on Good Morning America, threw bottles at Drake in the club, assaulted Frank Ocean, and assaulted Usher at a party. Usher threw for him. Stop making excuses for this lunatic. He's always chosen violence. Like, sis. I don't even know if that's a guy, a girl. Like, that's the most realist one there. Like, whoever that is summarized it down to a T. Down to a T. I forgot about the assaulting Frank Ocean. I forgot about the throwing bottles at Drake in the club. Lunatic. And on all types of substances, we don't know the exact, but I mean, there's different times that his face goes in from being sunken to full. You know what I mean? Eyes looking, deep in, deepening in his face and shit like that, allegedly, all shit's allegedly, so he really out here uncontrollable. Damn, she's just everybody's representative, huh? Let his favorite people have his back, them Asians. That's what I said. Let the exoticos and the ones that the nigga is attracted to, let them hold him down. Like, we tired, we through. Okay? Black women have, we have taken off the cape, right? We are not showing up for people who ain't showing up for us. Okay? All right. We're just like, we're not mammies in training. Women, sit this one out. We love to ride for the ones who don't ride for us. Okay? I think that's generally the advice everyone's telling. Mind your business on us. I think people really, truly, strongly feel this about this. And this has nothing to do with just one incident of Rihanna. Like, why should we support somebody who does not take responsibility for the things he does? I'm tired of y'all treating abusers like victims, but in the same breath, look at a victim as their abusers. Just shut up and let someone deal with their karma. Exactly. Like, consumers have a right to reject what they want, right? My issue is y'all keep running to the Rihanna situation as if that's the only incident he's had with abusing women. Come on. Like, the people are hip. Where's the lie? She's right. White people apologize and everyone moves on. Why are we so hard on one another? Forgive and let live. They already told you why. It's not just one incident, but okay. Sorry, but at Chris Brown official can go lean on his Asian community. Leave us alone, child. We don't care. He's not Usher. He's a light-skinned colorist man. Ooh, wait. What happened? He's a light-skinned colorist man. It's real big now. I'll fix it in a second. She meant to say leave. Can leave us... can go lean on his Asian community. Leave us alone. Child, we don't care. He's not Usher. He's a light-skinned colorist man that beats on black women. And you think we finna defend that? Garbage. Listen, it's just like, at the end of the day, when it comes to these celebrities, they're gonna watch each other's back, not go too hard on each other. And that's why for me, when it even comes to like them being on shows like a talk show, like a Wendy Williams talk show, it's very hard for me to tune into celebrities doing that because they are reserved. and they want to keep their friendships, right? They benefit from those relationships and that network, right? So when you have someone who should be not biased, impartial, able to give opinions that is not of someone that's in the business. So I hate really saying people's name because I don't want it to come across the way, but it is what it is. So when you're talking about someone like a Sherry Shepherd and a Jennifer Hudson, it's never going to be like Wendy Williams because they are the people that they are having to have these conversations about, and they aren't willing to ruffle feathers. And so for me, I'm not tuning into fluff, and I wish them the best. I don't, watch their shows. I don't be checking in like that, right? So if it doesn't make it to my timeline, or if it doesn't go viral in any type of way, I really don't know what they're talking about. I just know that they're just interviewing each other, meaning like other celebrities, and fawning over them, right? There's no hard hitting questions or anything like that. And they ain't saying shit to piss people off, right? And so Wendy was different in that way because she was not a celebrity in the traditional way of like, a performer or actress. She was a radio personality who built a following and became famous because of that. So she was able to still stay herself and not have to worry about being ostracized and stuff like that, because those weren't her peers or in any type of way. And that's not how she made her name. And then you got Suge Knight, like I said, Wendy Williams of the jails. Okay, so he speaks on the double standards, and this is where
you can have a man.
Okay, so Suge Knight speaks on the double standard in the industry with Dr. Dre and Chris Brown. He said Chris had a fight with one woman and they still casting stones at him, but you can have an impact award with Andre, talking about Dr. Dre. So I think a couple years ago he got like awarded some like lifetime achievement award and stuff like that. I know last year during the Super Bowl he did the Super Bowl show. I didn't like that. I'm going to be completely honest. I had something to say about that. I don't like honoring someone as despicable as he is, right? We've had people come out that told like what happened with them and Dr. Dre in terms of Michelle, his baby mother, who he never paid child support, who he broke her nose, right? Who else did we have come out and say something? I know Monique Slaughter, and this was only about like 2 years ago, where she kind of, well, she's not kinda. She literally came out and said how he threatened her and all types of stuff. You also have the D. Barnes situation where he assaulted this woman who was a journalist, and it was her job to talk about these things, hip hop and stuff like that. He assaulted her. It's alleged, and it's believed that maybe even R her, but that's been so opened, like left open to figure it out for yourself, because when she's asked that question, or when that question gets brought up, it's very ambiguous, right? So I can't say for a fact. So allegedly on that. And so when I see people still honoring him and not holding him responsible in terms of getting the backlash, like people like Monique and other people who get blackballed for things that they've done in their past, and even like a Chris Brown, right? He deserves to be treated just like Chris Brown. Deserves to be the same treatment. I don't make up the rules. I'm not saying to support one over the other. I think they equally deserve to be held responsible. The hell?
Hello, Miss Glow.
You can have a man that part of that secret society, they're gonna give him an award, the Impact Award. The motherfucker that beat up more than anybody. This man will get an award for beating up women. Chris Brown is stripped from his crown. And not saying it was right by him and Rihanna got into it and they had a fight or he beat her up. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. He had a fight with one woman, or he beat up one woman. and they still casting stones at him. They don't give him his cigar. They don't let him come perform. They don't let him pretty much win awards. But you can have an Impact Award with Andre. You can have a man that part of that secret.
So that is Suge Knight giving his opinions in terms of, like, you know, people still being too hard on Chris Brown. Again, I don't respect it. You know, and also when you are talking about, like, you know, this opinion, it's not a biased position. He has beef and problems with Dr. Dre. He's not cool with Dr. Dre at all. And if you watch NWA, you know what that's about. But on top of that, when you hear or you see Suge Knight lend his voice to support in what's his name, Chris Brown, I need you to think bigger. I need you to think about gang affiliations. I need you to, all of that plays a part in everything, right? And so where you do have Chris Brown that says he's a part of the gang, right? I even think that there were some people who came out and it said that he is he's not like an honorary gang member. I think a gang member came out to try to defend him and say he really put work in. I don't know what the fuck that means for a millionaire R&B singer and other gang members, contesting or co-signing and saying he really put work in. So you in the streets too? Like, I can't make this up. So you still in the streets too? Like you gang banging and beating up bitches. So we supposed to ignore all of that. Oh. All right. So the comments here, my co-host in the comments, don't call me a white girl. Did he lie? Again, in the industry, she's on. Like, anybody that is on, I'm gonna be completely honest, you gotta side eye them when their positions that they take. When they get on, you know, start to get close to the industry, that commentary starts to look different. Starts to sound different. Like, it sound different. Did he lie? No, he ain't lied. But they both ain't shit. That's the lie. That they both ain't shit. So yeah, he lied because he's trying to say or minimize all of what Chris Brown has done. You all are not holding Christopher Maurice Brown accountable. He's been physical with more than just one woman, and unfortunately, trouble seems to follow Chris. Let's tell the whole story. Context matter. I'm obsessed with context. I'm obsessed with, the facts of situations, not emotionalism, not your thoughts and your opinions that you want to tell me based on your religious beliefs. I'm obsessed with the facts. Let's wake it the fuck up, this person said. He has a point. Selective outrage. It is selective outrage, but they're both ain't shit. He did not lie. I love Rihanna, but she admitted to provoking Chris. She's moved on with her life. Let Chris live his life, and the end, period. Y'all so selective when it comes to forgiving certain people's mistakes. I don't think any of us are in the position of forgiving anybody. Forgiveness is between that person and God, right? Like, in the person that they may have done something to. And so what we're talking about is people not wanting to support somebody, and people have the right to do that. So I just think it's weird when people are saying, like, forgive. Okay, you're forgiven. Okay. But I still don't want to buy your shit. And they have the right to do that. When Miss Chalet said Dr. Dre was more abusive than Suge Knight, I was surprised, but I believe her. I most definitely believe her. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I got to agree with Suge on this one. I don't think people in the comments know what a double standard is. He's asking, why isn't anyone holding Dre accountable? Chris can't even play in a basketball game, but they gave this man an award, a Grammy at that. But okay, I agree. They don't know what a double standard is. And maybe I don't even think he's saying that Chris Brown is like a good person or anything like that, but he's just pointing out that there's this double standard that exists. This person wants to talk about the victim, meaning Rihanna, and her role that she did. I don't want to read that garbage because he continued to beat on women after her. So, I mean, you can say that Rihanna, or it can be alleged that Rihanna provoked him. So, I guess Karrueche provoked him. I guess her friends that she was harassing provoked him, right? Like, I guess all of these people have provoked him to be violent with them. Okay, whatever. Why does Dre not face the same scrutiny? Your double standards are showing people. That's a fact. I literally had the conversation. Suge didn't lie. They may try to discredit the messenger, but he didn't lie. They don't want to talk about it. No shade, but I also thought it was weird that the Grammys named an award after him and gave it to Jay-Z this year. It's all weird. It's all weird. Take everything that these celebrities say with a grain of salt. All right, so since we did that story and that was longer than I wanted it to be, I think I will skip to, because there's some other stuff down there I want to talk about. But just, Suge Knight, Wendy Williams of the jails is still talking. And this time, this is juicy, y'all. This is that old tea from back in the day, y'all. This is that old tea. So if you don't know, TLC, that is T-Boz, that is Left Eye, and that is Chili, that make up the group TLC. As we all know, Lisa Lopes is passed away, so only ones who are living is Chili and T-Boz. Now, there's a history, long history of, like, when you talk about like bad contracts given to you by, your people. Talk about Pebbles. Had these girls, didn't pay these girls, but gave them some RAV, or what is it back in the day, RAV4s or some shit. They paid them with cars and shit, and they were broke as fuck out here still. But fucking with they people, community. So Suge Knight is a legend, right? We all know that Dallas Austin was a famous, everybody wanted to work with Dallas Austin in the 90s. He was a producer. And he produced a lot of records for TLC and even dated Chili. And they had a son together. So in this clip, you're going to hear Suge Knight talk about the facts. Say what? Suge Knight says, Left Eye slept with Chili's baby daddy, Dallas Austin, and told Chili, "You got herpes, so I made him wear rubber." Oh, damn.
The other two members of the group, I remember them being jealous of her. I remember Chili mad because Lisa slept with Dallas Austin and they in the group together. But Lisa respond was, but you got herpes, so I made sure you put on rubber, so we all good. But nevertheless, she did some of the most incredible music that you can imagine. The other two members of the group, I remember them being jealous of her. I remember Chili mad because Lisa slept with Dallas Austin and they in the group together. But Lisa responded.
From what I remember from that time, Suge Knight had some type of like relationship, friendship with like Lisa Lopes. I do remember that. And I think sometimes like when you have outsiders and you are a group and you should be the strongest voice within your group amongst each other and the issues amongst each other, that you will have those outsiders who will do things that affect the group, right? And you may have people in one person's ear like, oh, they're jealous of you, they're mad because you're more talented, and all these things go into causing a group to fall out. And that's what this sounds like to me in terms of him trying to tell me or tell us that Chili and T-Boz was jealous of Lisa. All three of these women were so different and amazing in their own right that I believe that they had fans who individually loved them. And they were like, everybody had their favorite. But I also think that when it comes to fans and groups and stuff, everyone has their favorites in their group, in different groups, right? So when I hear him say that Chili and T-Boz was jealous. I don't know. That's an outsider view. That's him maybe going off of things that Lisa told him, right? But how could you say that Chili was jealous of you and you sleeping with a nigga that was fucking with her? Like, help, that makes sense. Because for me, outside looking in, sounds like you may have been jealous of her. And for you to take such a blasé position to sleeping with somebody who probably meant something to her lets me know that you didn't give a fuck about other people probably around you and you just did you, right? So it does not come across to me from like that response and what she did, that it's them jealous of her, right? It was known that she had some issues. I mean, she literally burned down her ex-boyfriend's house. Like, she had some issues, her temper, her anger, and all those things. So, I think it's easy for people just to result to feeling like someone is jealous of them when that person or those people may have real live shit to call out and feel some sort of way about, and it may have something to do with what you may have done to them. Like, context is everything, because I'm obsessed with the context of situation. All right, so it says here, this is found on a Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, Suge Knight is making some shocking claims about TLC group members Chili, T-Boz, and Left Eye. In a recorded jail call, Suge alleges that there was some creeping going around within the group. In the 90s, Chili began a relationship with Dallas Austin, an LaFace producer, who ironically contributed to tracks such as Creep and Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Anywho, Dallas and Chili would go on to have a child. So this relationship was pretty serious up until they split. Suge alleges that there was some drama within the group over Dallas and says Chili became upset after learning that Left Eye was allegedly creeping with Dallas behind her back. Suge says Left Eye admitted to it and told Chili, "We fucked, but you got herpes, so I made him wear rubber. We good." This is crazy considering the fact that Chili would then go on to date Usher in the early 2000s, who has also been accused of having herpes. Suge also alleges that Chili and T-Boz were having sexual relationships with L.A. Reid. Wow. And that, I was going to bring that up. So y'all, in terms of Chili end up dating Usher, and it is alleged through things that came out through Usher's marriage and him being sued. Y'all remember that big girl that said that Usher put it on her and all the other stuff and all them accusations about Usher out here dirty dicking, you know what I mean? Allegedly. But it is believed, and it's that quiet thing where people talk about him having herpes. Now, on top of that, it's also alleged that Diddy, right? If you've been paying attention to everything that happened with Cassie and Diddy, it's also being alleged that he potentially may have something, right? And then you have that it's also being alleged that, back in the day, they believe that, they believe Diddy was turning out young boys. They believe Diddy's been turning out men, right? That he's been dangling, opportunities, to make you niggas, do some strange shit, right? Even from the game, talking about Diddy would, make it seem like he want to work with you and do music with you, but you hanging around with the nigga for 2 years and ain't never been in the studio with him, and he trying to take you shopping and shit. So all I'm saying, I'm just gonna throw it out there, and y'all gonna put the two together, and y'all gonna come up with the 6, right? So yeah, y'all. It's a lot. I miss my Wendy. Because Wendy knows, y'all. Wendy knows everything that I'm saying. Wendy knows, y'all. I miss my Wendy. All right, so what this person's saying, Bougie Badass, she says, this man is bored in prison, retelling hearsay and gossip from 30 plus years ago that he probably only half recalls in the first day in place. So I put the damn in there, and that's how I feel. And of course, y'all holler, I believe it, for anything negative and messy. He can spill all this tea, but still can't tell us who killed Tupac. Go to hell, sir. He was in the car. Like, y'all really... He was in a car, but he said it wasn't Keefy D, which was weird because Keefy D said he was in a car. So it's sort of like, how you telling us it ain't Keefy D, but Keefy D saying I was in the car and I passed the gun to Orlando Brown. I don't know. Like, some shit don't speak on if someone is admitting to some shit. Left Eye is gone and Chili and T-Boss literally bother nobody. Can we just not do this? Okay? Is the messiest girl of the classroom? My God. Yeah, he messy. This is the exact reason why I'm glad social media wasn't around in the 90s. I mean, I hear y'all. Let's spell Chili's name right. 1, let's spell Chili's name right. Name correctly. 2, Left Eye hated Dallas. I know for a fact. 3, posting these kind of rumors can be so damaging, especially when people aren't here to defend themselves. I don't believe it. I mean, Chili's here, and Chili can defend herself, right? And so that's the thing. He did make some, what we found out was that Dallas slept with Left Eye, and he can also say whether or not he slept with her or not. And so I guess this is about whether or not if Chili has herpes is something that needs, I mean, she don't have to verify what her status is in that way. But I mean, the people are still here though to defend themselves. This is Mr. Jerome Trammell. I think he's known for, I don't know what he's known for, but I think he's kind of famous or something. Let the girl rest in peace. We don't need to know this information. Black History Month is out of control. All of this shit is out of control. Can we let Left Eye rest in peace, please? We are not doing this on Barack's day. I guess Barack's birthday was yesterday. Suge telling these old ass stories to get relevant. Turn off his phone calls at this point. Guard. Why are men talking so damn much these days? Girl, it's a different time. It's a different time. Different time. I need niggas to be like my daddy. Quiet. You know what I mean? Don't say too much. Ain't speaking on too much. So just real short with it. Is ghetto as fuck. Someone said, tell us what happened to Tupac since you got diarrhea of the mouth. He not ready for that conversation. It don't make sense. You still can get the herpes with the rubber. I mean, clearly Left Eye didn't know that. But, I mean, I guess if we're going to be honest, she was a troubled person. And she was known to be off the hook. And, yeah, she's going to definitely try to sue him for defamation. I mean, we'll see, right? Because if she says nothing and just wait for this to go away, that tells us something. And if it's a lie and she sues him, that also tells us something, right? So either way, both of an action and non-action will tell us what is true. Because if she does have herpes, there's doctor records, there's all this other stuff, right? So, scandalous. All right, so what else real quick? Let me see what time I got 32 minutes. I think we can get a quick one in. Ice Spice says, I'm a dip when I stack all my chips. Oh, okay. Can y'all give her an advance? Can y'all give her an advance and tell her you don't owe us, and so we can be done with this shit? That's my thoughts about that one, y'all. Give her as an advance. What else? We're gonna say, because some of these are a little longer and I want to take my time with it. All right, so y'all, I'm gonna leave it there. We are at 33 minutes, so that's good enough for me. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I mean, I didn't know if I was gonna do another Chris Brown video, but it is what it is. It's trending, so I will most definitely be posting it. So y'all know how we do it here. We keep it bougie SF, we keep it black SF, we keep it posh SF, we keep being blessed SS. Kiss, 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 kiss. And don't you forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.